Alright, this is going to be my first what if video. Not only is this my first what if, it's going to be a original video. Like, you can look up on YouTube. No one has done this yet. I've seen plenty of high school DxD what ifs, but not specifically on this topic. And this video is simply titled, What if Issei had the Sharingan? Part 0. So, I'm just going to start with the backstory. So, the Sage of Six Paths decides to bring the Sharingan to the high school DxD universe. But this time, instead of it being a race-specific thing, it's going to be for one particular person. And that person is Issei. So, the Sage of Six Paths waits a little bit. So, Issei is around 6 to 7 years old. Now, Issei always heard a voice in his head, but he couldn't exactly figure out what it was. And now the voice kept being more prominent to him as he kept getting older. So Issei, he's around 6 to 7 years old, and the voice calls him again. But this time, it sucks him immediately into his mindscape. And Issei, as a young boy, he's seeing this old dude in a robe just looking at him. And he says, "Who are you?" And the Sage of Six Paths says, "Oh, I am the Sage of Six Paths. I am originally from a different universe, and I am the creator of pretty much everything in that world." And Issei, he says, "Okay, so what do you want with me?" And Sage of Six Paths says, "Simple. I want to give you a certain ability that I gave people in my universe." Okay. This ability is called the Sharingan. And Issei says, "The Sharingan, what's that?" So the Sage of Six Paths tells him, but the Sharingan gives you all kinds of abilities. The eyes of insight and the eyes of hypnotism. Now, I'm going to summon down or reanimate some people to help you with your Sharingan training. And Issei says, "Okay, who's going to help me?" "Well, I got some people in mind. But for first, let's awaken your Sharingan, shall we?" As the Sage of Six Paths touches Issei's head, and his one Tomoe Sharingan is activated. Now, Sage of Six Paths says, "Now, let's bring in some people." Alright, let me explain how many people is going to help train Issei. The people going to help train Issei are Shisui Uchiha, Itachi, Kakashi, Obito, and Madara and Sasuke. Yeah, those people going to help him out. Why? Because of a specific Mangekyo ability that Issei has. You'll see. Just wait. Now, the Sage of Six Paths summons down the first person. The first person being Shisui Uchiha. And Shisui, he's down and he's looking at Issei. And he says, "So, this the guy you want us, is this the kid you want us to train?" Sage Six Paths says, "Yes." "So, you're bringing the Sharingan to this universe, huh?" "Yeah, I am." "So, you think you can train this boy?" "Yeah, I think I can." And the Sage Six Paths looks at Issei and he says, "Now, when you get done with his training, that's half. That's part 1 to your training. Now, this training is going to take you a little while. So, are you prepared for the training? And Issei, with a smile on his face, says, "Yes, I am." Now, the Sage 6 path fades away, and Issei wakes up, and he walks to the forest. And to the forest, he sees Shisui. And Shisui says, "So, you ready for your training?" Issei says, "Yes." Now, Issei and Shisui, or Shisui just teaches him basic things like training his taijutsu, ninjutsu, a bit of kenjutsu, and a bit of genjutsu. Now, the people who are going to help him out with his genjutsu and kenjutsu are going to be a bit later. So, Shisui, within like a week of training, he has a very good understanding of chakra. And his infinities are fire, lightning, and wind. Yeah. And he's been training a lot with his fire abilities with Shisui. I mean, his fire abilities is going to get stronger as the trainers go by. So right now, Issei knows Fireball Jutsu, Great Uchiha Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu, Phoenix Flower, Fireball Jutsu. And now a year goes by, and Issei is about as good as Shisui when it comes to body flicker, maybe a little better. And Shisui's thinking, "Alright, that's all for me right now. Time for the 86 packs to summon down someone else." So the 86 pack says, "Alright, time. Now it's your turn, Itachi." So Itachi comes down, and Itachi looks at Shisui like, "So, this the kid?" Shisui says, "Yeah, that's the kid." "Alright, let's see what I can do with your training." And so, Itachi helps Issei with his, also help him out with his fire style jutsus, helps him out with his overall taijutsu, ninjutsu, but really, he really helps him out with his genjutsu. And so, now, I should say now, Issei is at the third Tomoe Sharingan right now. Because he's been through vigorous training. Like, he's going non-stop. Like, he really, like, wants to make whoever this guy is, but he feels like he should make him proud for this. And his Sharingan was evolving kind of rapidly. And so, Itachi one time was going a bit too hard, and he put Tsukuyomi on Issei. And Issei, with this on him, activates the Mangekyo Sharingan. And with that, his Mangekyo Sharingan ability activated. And Issei's Mangekyo Sharingan ability is to copy other Mangekyo Sharingan abilities to use it as his own. And to stack it. So, since Itachi did Tsukuyomi on Issei, Issei now has Tsukuyomi. And now with that training, Issei, with a year's training, Issei is now as good as Itachi when it comes to genjutsu. Like, he is so good with it. Like, he's literally pointing at you and you're already on his genjutsu. That's how good he is right now. Okay, okay. So the Sage 6 Path summons down someone else. In fact, he summons down two more people. These two people are Kakashi and Obito. Because the Sage 6 Path is thinking so. His ability is to copy Mangekyo Sharingan abilities. This will work well with Kakashi and Obito, considering the fact that they both have the same Mangekyo Sharingan ability. So, Kakashi starts off with the training, and Kakashi helps improve him quite a lot. Like his his um his overall taijutsu ninjutsu is better, like a lot better with Kakashi's help. His ninjutsu is a lot better. His taijutsu is a lot better. And Kakashi helps him with his Mangekyo Sharingan ability. Well, his half of it anyway. So, Kakashi, with his training with Issei, Issei now has the Chidori. Yeah. And so, with the training, a year's worth of training, he has trained to, he's about as good as Kakashi when it comes to the Chidori. And he has half of Kamui. Now it's time for Obito's turn. And Obito gives him the other half. Because I think Obito's half is the intangible ability. I think. Yeah. Yeah. So now he has Kamui in both eyes. So the Sage's 6 Pass summons down someone else, another person. He summons down Sasuke. Why not? So Sasuke helps him out with his lightning styles and his fire styles, and helps him with his kenjutsu. Because remember, he did a little bit with Shisui, but he's not as good as he can be with the training that Sasuke can give him. So Sasuke training Issei. And Sasuke helps Issei with his different variations of the Chidori that he could use. He helps him with his fire styles, his lightning styles, and now Sasuke decides to teach him something else. He decides to teach him Kirin. And even though he has the Sharingan, the training for Kirin takes him about 3 months. And that's just to get the basics of it. And so he takes the rest of the 7 months to pretty much perfect to get a good mastery of it. So now his kenjutsu abilities are a lot better now. A whole lot better now. So now Issei has Tsukuyomi, Kamui, and now he has Amaterasu and Blaze Release. And so, with the training, his his Mangekyo ability got better. So now he doesn't have to see the ability happen. He can just train with that specific person now, and he already has that Mangekyo ability. And so now I forgot to mention his Susanoo. His Susanoo is where Sasuke's was when he was fighting. He was fighting Danzo, where he had the arm and the rib cage and the kind of head thing. Pretty much that. So the Sage Psychopath summons down someone else to help him with his Susanoo training. This person is none other than Madara Uchiha. So Madara is thinking, so let's see how much I can push this kid to make his Susanoo as powerful as possible. So within a month's worth of training, the Susanoo already has its complete upper half. It just needs its legs. And so Madara says, I can't believe none of them has this thought of doing this. And Issei's thinking, what? You got all this power, your Mangekyo ability, but yet you haven't exchanged eyes for the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And Issei says, eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, what's that? And Madara tells him, the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan is to stop you from going blind. Because I can tell how you've been fighting me. You're going blind. And so, Madara, he switches out his eyes with Issei. So now Issei has the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, I should describe what Issei's Sharingan, Mangekyo Sharingan look like. Or his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Just think of it as a combination of all the Mangekyo Sharingans. Pretty much, yeah. With him having their ability, and with him switching his eye out with Madara's, the eye just kind of evolved to look like a combination of everyone's Sharingan, from Shisui to Madara. So now, within about 2 years worth of training, his Susanoo is now perfect. He has perfect Susanoo now. And the color of his Susanoo, it'll be crimson red. Why not? Because Itachi's, his was kind of orange looking. Like, not really red. It was kind of like orange red. But Issei's, his is like blood red. Like a very red color. So, with that being done, the Sage 6 Paths comes down. And he tells Issei, your training is finally done. So, these guys are going to give you one last parting gift before they leave. And so will I. So, Shisui gives him the summoning contract for the crows. So, yeah. Issei now has a crow summoning. And Itachi, he gives him his Akatsuki cloak. Yeah. His Akatsuki cloak. Because that's what Itachi had on. And so, Kakashi gives Issei the Flying Thunder God kunais. Yeah, I'm going to give Issei the Flying Rising. Because why not? It'll go amazing with a Sharingan. And the amount of chakra that Issei has is immense. Like, we're talking Naruto levels of chakra. Just an ungodly amount of chakra. So, if you combine chakra with magic, you just get insane stuff. So, Obito gives Issei his swirling orange pumpkin looking mask, which Issei thinks it looks dope because he got an eye to where it's shaped like your commonly swirl, and the only thing that's showing is that one eye. So, yeah. And Sasuke gives him his Kurl Nagi sword. His Kurl Nagi. Is that how you say it? Basically the sword that Sasuke took from Orochimaru. Sasuke gives Issei that sword. Kusanagi? Yeah, there you go. Kusanagi. So, Madara gives him his fan blade. Oh, if I forgot to mention, Sasuke gives Issei 2 more summonings. A snake summoning and a hawk's summoning. Because in the anime, Sasuke had 2 summonings. And so, Issei, he is grateful for all these gifts, and he bows to his masters. As the Sage 6 Path says, alright, I'm going to do one more thing for you. As he asks Issei to hold up his hands, he holds up his hands, and he sees a moon crest and a sun crest on his hands. Yeah. And I should have described how Issei looked like. He has black hair and black eyes. And Issei kind of looks like Indra in a way. He has Indra's hairstyle. Just think of Issei with Indra's hairstyle without the stupid makeup he got under his eyes. And Issei does his hairstyle as a reminder that he was helped by the Sage 6 Paths. So they all say goodbye with the Sage 6 Paths as they all fade or go back to wherever they was. And Issei is thinking, wow, those were amazing people. Hopefully I get to meet them again someday. Or meet that old man again. And so, Issei's journey now starts. That now he is going to his high school. And that, I'm going to end it right there. To what if Issei had the Sharingan?